Long before today's skyscrapers, humanity forged wonders on a scale that defies imagination, using nothing but their hands and a legendary ambition. Welcome to The Wise Guy, where today we uncover the legendary 7 ancient wonders of the world. These aren't just ruins, they are monuments to an ambition you have to see to believe. Our adventure begins in the scorching sands of Egypt with the Great Pyramid of Giza. The only ancient wonder still standing. Built around 2580 to 2560 BC for Pharaoh Khufu, this colossal tomb was the tallest man-made structure in the world for over 3,800 years. Imagine, over 2.3 million massive stone blocks, some weighing up to 80 tons, perfectly fitted. The precision is so astounding that many still wonder how it was achieved without modern tools. It truly is a marvel that continues to baffle and inspire. Next, we travel to ancient Babylon, in modern-day Iraq, for the fabled Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Often depicted as a lush, tiered paradise, legend says King Nebuchadnezzar II built them for his homesick wife, Artemis, who longed for the green hills of her homeland. While their exact location and even existence are debated by historians, ancient texts describe an intricate irrigation system, lifting water from the Euphrates to nourish a cascade of exotic plants and trees. A true engineering feat, if it truly existed as described. Sadly, if they did exist, they were likely destroyed by earthquakes after the 2nd century BC. Our journey continues to Olympia, Greece, home of the magnificent statue of Zeus at Olympia. Constructed around 435 BC by the sculptor Phidias, this 40-foot-tall chryselephantine, that's gold and ivory, statue depicted the king of the gods seated on a grand cedar throne, adorned with precious stones. It was so imposing that it filled the entire width of the temple built to house it. Imagine standing before it, feeling the divine presence. Unfortunately, its exact fate is unknown, but it likely met its end, either in a fire in Constantinople in 425 AD, or was dismantled during the Roman persecution of paganism. Next, we sail to Ephesus, in modern-day Turkey, for the Temple of Artemis. Devoted to the Greek goddess of the height, this temple was rebuilt multiple times after various destructions. The most famous iteration, completed around 550 BC, was made almost entirely of marble and considered by many to be the most beautiful structure on Earth. It featured over 127 majestic columns. Its ultimate downfall was a deliberate act. In 356 BC, a man named Halicarnassus burned it down, seeking eternal infamy. It was rebuilt, but finally destroyed by a Goth raid in 262 AD. Only foundations and scattered fragments remain today. From temples, we move to tombs, specifically the Mausoleum at Halicarnassus, also in modern-day Turkey. This elaborate tomb was built for Mausolus, a satrap in the Persian Empire, and his wife Artemis II between 353 and 350 BC. It was so grand and intricately decorated with sculptures by the most famous Greek artists that it gave us the word mausoleum. Standing over 140 feet tall, it combined Greek, Lycian, and Egyptian architectural styles. It stood for an incredible 16 centuries before being largely destroyed by a series of earthquakes between the 12th and 15th centuries AD. Its remains were eventually used to build the Bodrum Castle. Prepare to be amazed by the towering Colossus of Rhodes, a giant statue guarding the harbor of Rhodes, Greece. Dedicated to the sun god Helios, it was built between 292 and 280 BC to celebrate Rhodes' victory over an invading army. Standing over 100 feet tall, it was constructed from bronze and iron over 12 years. Though often depicted straddling the harbor entrance, historians believe it stood on a single pedestal. It only stood for 54 years before being toppled by an earthquake in 226 BC. Its remains lay where they fell for centuries before being melted down for scrap metal in 653 AD. Finally, our journey concludes in Alexandria, Egypt, with the awe-inspiring Lighthouse of Alexandria, also known as the Pharos of Alexandria. The first lighthouse in the world, and for many centuries the tallest man-made structure after the Giza pyramid. Built by Sostratus of Cnidus around 280 BC, it guided sailors with a blazing fire at its summit for over a millennium. Estimates put its height between 330 and 440 feet. Its destruction was gradual, caused by a series of powerful earthquakes between 956 and 1323 AD. Fragments are still found on the seabed near its original location. From the enduring majesty of the Great Pyramid to the mythical grandeur of the Hanging Gardens, these 7 ancient wonders remind us of humanity's incredible capacity for creation, innovation, and belief. They stood as beacons of their civilizations, pushing the boundaries of what was thought possible. Which of these wonders do you wish you could have seen in its prime? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this journey through ancient history as fascinating as I did, please hit that like button. Share this video with a friend and subscribe to The Wise Guy for more incredible explorations. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.